Morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you for our time together. I want us to see that there are times when we run away from a situation that we always stay nervous about it, and I want us to learn a little bit more about deception. In Genesis chapter 37, verse 12, soon after this, Joseph's brothers went to pasture their father's flocks at Shechem. Now, this is where they'd killed every man in that village. When they'd been gone for some time, Jacob said to Joseph, your brothers are over at Shechem with the flocks. I want to send you over. Now, why did Joseph want to go check on his sons? Because his sons had been so ugly over there years before and killed all the men in that village because of one man raping their daughter. They deceived the men of the village and then killed all the men in that village. Now, brothers and sisters, we need to understand that when we leave landmines out there in our lives and don't get things right, we're always going to be a little nervous about it. The second thing I want you to see here is how deception is often presented to us. The most dangerous deceptions in life are the ones that people allow us to deceive ourselves in. Now, I want you to notice in Genesis 37, beginning with verse 31, then Joseph's brothers killed a goat and dipped the robe in its blood. They took the beautiful robe to their father and asked him to identify it. We found this in the field, they told him. It's Joseph's robe, isn't it? Their father recognized it at once. Yes, he said, this is my son's robe. A wild animal has attacked and eaten him. Surely Joseph has been torn in pieces. Now notice, they never told him that. They allowed him to draw the conclusions based on what they presented to him. Now, brothers and sisters, you have to be very careful when people walk up and they give you things and then they ask you a question. Let me say that again. You have to learn to be very careful in life when people walk up and give you things and then ask you a question, because they're asking you to draw conclusions that they never said. They're not lying. They can say, we never told you that. That's what you said. You have to learn to be very careful in life, because people will deceive you by allowing you to think the worst because they've given you one piece of evidence and ask you a question. Deception is a very insidious thing. It doesn't always require speaking. It just requires presenting something that looks awful and allowing you to draw the conclusion. Learn to overcome deception.